Now it's my right one. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I told you to get the right.
I'm trying.
Better run.
Dennis, you're walking.
Please stand for the Star Spangled Banner by the members of the Women's Choir. Gentlemen, please remove your caps.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. Then the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2019, Keshav Kalia.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pastorino, Mrs. Wandress, Mr. Carrasio, Mr. Bader, Mr. Velez, Mr. Della Pietro, faculty, parents, guests, and of course, the graduating class of 2019. Today is a bittersweet day for all of us, as we are thrilled for the bright future to come, but saddened by the end of our time together as fellow classmates. Before I begin to congratulate the graduates, I would like to speak on behalf of the class and express our gratitude to those that have helped us get to this point in our lives. First, I would like to thank my parents and my brother Kartik for their continuous support and guidance over me. I can speak on behalf of every graduate here that our parents, family, and loved ones have always kept our best interests in mind and paved the road for us. To see a proud smile on every family member's face in the stands today means the world to us. And our green and white caps are a symbol that their time invested in us was worthwhile. I would also like to thank our teachers that have helped us mature and prosper academically and individually over the years. I would like to give my thanks to Mr. Baginski, Mr. Burns, Mr. McGroarty, Mr. Seavey, Mrs. Sinkwicks, Mrs. McCaig, Mrs. Algier, and Mrs. McKeever. And I'm sure everyone here has a special list of teachers out of our stupendous staff that they're thankful for. And even though for some odd reason they've never rounded our 73 to a 95, our teachers have always had our backs and prepared us for future success. I wish I had the time to thank every single teacher, coach, and faculty member in the school, but some of us can't wait to start paying their mortgage and filing their taxes. Lastly, I would like to give a special thanks to our retired principal, Mr. Salento, for his dedication to education the past 40 years and his commitment to excellence of our high school. JFK High School has definitely transformed with his presence and will continue to do so with our new and worthy principal, Mr. Pastorino. But now it is time to celebrate the precious 4 years the class of 2019 has spent together and look forward to the future. When we walked into the main doors our freshman year, we were all probably nervous, unsure, but ecstatic at the same time. With our teeth chattering and lips quivering, we did not know what to expect. But sooner or later, we became a close unit that enjoyed quality time together. Who knew that we would be going from doing the whip to busting down whenever Blueface comes on? Or who would have known that we all suffered a year of depression when Thanos snapped his fingers in the Avengers? As a class, we've gone through thick and thin with each other. Whether it be surprising Mr. Salento with a heartwarming goodbye on his last day, to dancing and sweating buckets with each other during prom, our unity is irreplaceable. It's satisfying to know the same group of individuals who were nervous out of their minds 4 years ago came out the main doors today, walking pridefully while swiping off the dust off their shoulders. This brings me to what an ancient philosopher and street poet by the name of Drake once said: "Started from the bottom, now we're here." In retrospect, we really did start from the bottom, as we were the youngest and most inexperienced in the school 4 years ago. It was a constant struggle to prove ourselves and establish our presence, whether it be trying to make the varsity lineup, take higher level courses, or simply discovering our passions. As we grew older and moved on to the next grade, we were exposed to more opportunities, but at the same time, we were exposed to more difficulties. The fact of the matter is, with high school, there's so much going on. There's school, work, sports, clubs, friends, teachers, all combined with limited time. I know every single one of us has reached what we perceived was a tipping point, that one moment where we were ready to give up. This was the first time we were alone with our responsibilities, and sometimes it may have seemed that the world was out to get us. But this culmination of stress and pressure was just part of one larger process: growing up. And that's what we did. We persevered with blood, sweat, and tears, and today is evident that even when the odds were placed against us, we did not give up. That's the spirit of a future success, and that's the spirit of a Kennedy Mustang. You guys clap. And who knows where our maturation will lead us. Maybe Dennis Howard will become the next LeBron James, or maybe Jeffrey Alfaro will become the next Usain Bolt. Maybe Roman Fabricator breaks a marathon world record, or maybe up-and-coming rapper Keshav Kalia will become the next Wiz Khalifa, or should I say Wiz Khalifa. But on a serious note, before we leave today, I want us to heed advice from the John F. Kennedy, our school's honorary figure. He said we have the power to make this the best generation of mankind in the history of the world. This quote holds such magnitude because the class of 2019 is full of immense potential, and for that reason, we must act upon it. We are a collective group of scholars who have amassed hundreds of thousands of dollars in scholarship money. We are a group of athletes who have brought multiple awards and division championship plaques to our school. We are a group of artists and creative geniuses whose imagination alone can change society for the better. And we are a group of volunteers and community first members who are willing to help out unselfishly for the better of the world. And for this reason, I want everyone here to follow their passion and stick to it as soon as we leave here today. Whether it be pursuing higher education, entering the military, or entering the workforce, we all have envisioned a goal for ourselves and will not stop until we achieve our goal. We all were placed on this earth for a reason, and as we enter the real world, we will gradually find that reason. It's the journey that teaches us more than the destination. But as always, I have the utmost confidence in everyone here. As I conclude, I want to end off by doing something different. Instead of speaking to the class and wishing them good luck for their future, like usual graduation speeches, I want to speak to everyone in the stands, and truthfully, everyone in the world. Be prepared for the influx of numerous natural talents. Today isn't the ending, but rather the beginning of the takeover. From the small streets of Island to the boundaries of New Jersey to every single corner of this world, this group of 350 young and hungry adults will prove to be revolutionary and successful, because together, we're the JFK class of 2019. Thank you and have a good day.
It is my pleasure to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2019, Moksha Kachia.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pastorino, Mrs. Wandress, Mr. Carrasio, Mr. Bader, Mr. Velez, Mr. Della Pietro, faculty, parents, guests, and the graduating class of 2019. I thought a lot about what I would say if I got to speak at graduation, and equally as much about what I would not say. People who have heard me give a speech before expect this speech to be funny, but this speech will not be that. I know it may be difficult to take seriously a person who is 4'10" and can barely see over this podium, but I have something serious I want to say. There were so many times throughout high school when we didn't think we would make it to this day, but here we are. We made it. For some of us, it was too much French homework. For some, it was when we had to run the mile in gym. For others, it may have been something more personal or difficult they had to overcome. Look around at the people sitting next to you. To the outside world, it may seem as if we're sitting in ordinary chairs at an ordinary graduation, on an ordinary football field, on an ordinary day. While all of this may seem ordinary, the journey that got us here is anything but that. And that is because we all have himmat. Himmat is a Gujarati word that describes one who has the utmost courage and bravery, one who desires to accomplish one's goal without fear. So I say, don't be afraid to be ordinary in this world that only values extremes, like extreme wealth and extreme fame. We need people to recognize the value in the lives and dreams they achieve. And the path that we all take to attain our goals is anything but ordinary. Don't strive for unrealistic greatness. Make greatness out of what you already have. Don't remain sad about all the things you could have done. Do the things that you're doing now and the things that you will do well. Don't look to people seemingly happier or wealthier than you and ask why you're not that happy. Make yourself that much happier. It takes a lot of courage to do that. For 12 years, we counted up from grade 1 to grade 12 and counted down to the moment when it would all be over, when we would be able to leave and never see the people we didn't like ever again. And now that it really is over, don't ask yourself, do I regret anything? Because everyone regrets something. Don't ask yourself, do I really want to leave? Because places change all the time. Don't think about the things that aren't in your hand. Act on the things that are. Because despite everything that we've been through, we had the courage. We overcame our fear and fulfilled our goals. And when you think about this, you will realize that everything seemingly ordinary is just a little bit extra. In the end, I'd like to thank my parents for their unconditional love and support, my sister for never failing to annoy me and being my biggest supporter, my friends for their humor, their guidance, and their belief in me. I'd like to thank every teacher I've ever had, especially Mrs. Jones, for being there every step of the way and giving me himmat when I lacked my own. Thank you to my class as well, who brought out the best in me and helped me become the person that I am today. Most of us have no idea what lies ahead. or where our lives will take us. But with himmat, with utmost courage and bravery, we will be anything but ordinary. Goodbye and good luck, class of 2019.
It is my pleasure to introduce the best principal of the best high school, Mr. Paul Posturino.
Thank you, Revish. Excellent job, Keshav and Moksha. Honored dignitaries, Mr. John Bader, Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Frank Del Pietro III, Board of Education Vice President, and Mr. Joseph Velez, also from the Woodbridge Township Board of Education. Parents and guardians, faculty and staff, and most important, the graduating class of 2019. Thank you for choosing to celebrate our students here at today's commencement ceremony. While today, June 21st, 2019, marks the end of your time at John F. Kennedy Memorial High School, it does not mark the end of the accomplishments and accolades that you have earned during the past 4 years. 15 students from the class of 2019 will receive recognition in the National Merit Scholarship Program. This class, you can clap. This class completed over 15,430 hours of volunteer service. That's almost 2 years of time. In this past year, they had 2 successful blood drives and an outstanding senior play in Mary Poppins. Students from this class are attending 68 different colleges across this great country. Among them, BYU, Brown, Carnegie Mellon, John Hopkins, Penn State, Seton Hall, TCNJ, Rutgers, and Fairleigh Dickinson University. Students from this class are serving in 3 branches of the armed forces. And many of them will immediately be entering today's workforce. You excelled in the 3 A's. Be proud. Graduation brings with it a host of emotions. Emotions that I will argue are not new. It brings with it pride. As I said before, be proud. You did it. It also brings with it eagerness. What's next? For many of you, a career beckons on the horizon. And through your future accomplishments will come advances in education, science, medicine, the arts, and countless fields that affect us all. But it also brings with it apprehension. Am I ready? For many of you, this may be the first time you're on your own. And I want to remind you that even though you're about to enter a new phase in your life, it is not new. And you are ready. These are all emotions that you felt before. As I said, pride. That comes from commitment. Remember that first sticker you had on a paper in elementary school, seeing the celebration of your work by someone you cared about, a parent, a teacher, or a loved one, and realizing that you did well. You felt it before. You are ready. Eagerness. This is something that comes when you discover passion. It's the emotion that makes time sometimes feel like it's standing still or like it's sand slipping through your fingers on a beach. Remember those elementary holiday bazaars where you brought home that keychain with world's greatest and you couldn't wait until it was opened? Eagerness. You felt it before. You're ready. And last, apprehension. This is the protective emotion, the one you experienced the first time you learned that maybe I should have listened when they told me this plate was hot. I was so eager to eat that I ignored the steam coming off my food. Don't worry, I still make that mistake. Like I said, you are ready. Your entire life up to today has prepared you, both your successes and your failures, because in those you found passion. The commitment you put forth is the reason you're here today, feeling the pride you found from the success you earned. This is what keeps you moving forward, eager for what is next. And last, apprehension. This is right and wrong. This has to come from within. You know what's right. Make sure you have the courage to do it, because that courage will give you both confidence and the direction you are heading in is the right one, and pride when you finally find what you're looking for. Leave here today knowing I have confidence in you, the faculty and staff has confidence in you, your families have confidence in you, and you are ready. Congratulations, class of 2019. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce the Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. John Bader.
Good afternoon, class of 2019. The sun came out for you today. It's an honor for me to be here this afternoon. Your accolades are well noted by your principal. You have accomplished so much academically, socially, in the community, in the arts. I was at the play, by the way. It was awesome. And you will keep continuing to grow. You are to be recognized today for your hard work, your determination, your dedication. Your growth does not happen in isolation. I would like the students to think about those individuals in the crowd, those individuals around you, your parents, grandparents, siblings, your teachers, your administrators. Those people love you and provided the supports that enabled you to grow and will continue to grow. Please give them a round of applause. Before I came to this position, I had the opportunity to be a high school vice principal, and before that, an elementary principal. I believe some of my students from Port Reading Elementary School are here today. How you doing, Port Reading? I had the great opportunity to be a science teacher and a coach at JFK Memorial High School. This is a special place. But from my elementary days, I would like to share an excerpt from one of my favorite stories that I shared with some students, and this applies to you on your journey today. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places, you're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. And you are the guy or girl who decide where to go. So be sure when you step with great care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. Kids, you'll move mountains. So be your name Bucksbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Alley Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
Please welcome Board of Education members here with us this afternoon, Mr. Joseph Velez and Mr. Frank Zella-Pietro III. Speaking on behalf of the Board of Education, Mr. Joseph Velez.
Thank you very much. It is with great honor and pleasure that I hereby certify that the JFK High School class of 2019 has met all of the educational requirements of the New Jersey Department of Education and the Woodbridge Township School District. Congratulations, graduates.
It is my pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2019, Irvish Patel.
Good afternoon, Mr. Pastorino, Mrs. Wandris, Mr. Carrasio, Mr. Bader, Mr. Velez, Mr. Della Pietro, faculty, parents, guests, and the graduating class of 2019. Looking around, I see some faces that I've been familiar with since kindergarten. Others I've only seen this year. I remember the first day I walked into elementary school with my tightly strapped backpack, a fresh pair of Heelys, and probably some really nice clothes that my mom picked out for me. I wanted to feel confident on my first day entering this new, unfamiliar place. I don't know about all of you guys, but the first day of high school was the same for me, excluding the Heelys, of course. Entering high school was exciting, yet nerve-wracking. It was a completely new place, and all the movies I had seen throughout my childhood made it seem as if the seniors were out to get me. It turns out the seniors were too busy filling out college applications, writing comment essays, and paying Mr. Shrek for last-minute debts to care about tormenting the freshmen. After freshman year of high school just sort of flew by, and before we knew it, we became the seniors of John F. Kennedy Memorial High School. Not long ago, I was in front of you guys at our first senior class meeting, welcoming you back from your last high school summer vacation. If any of you remember, I made sure to emphasize one thing: make the most of your senior year and get involved. I made sure I did too, especially spending time with all the people I cared about. The year started with the running of the halls on all the Friday nights we had home games, then sitting on the bleachers, cheering on some of our friends who were out on the field during some intense and close games. It wasn't much later that we came together for Spirit Week. We chose a fitting name, the Supreme Seniors, and won Spirit Week activities. At Senior Olympics, we enthusiastically competed against one another to outperform other homerooms. Even for the pink out, we came together as a school, but more importantly, as a class, and showed support for those battling cancer. Long before we knew it, it was already February. Some of our school's biggest events were just around the corner. The annual Mr. JFK competition had an impressive turnout with a large and excited audience. It was thrilling for me to stand, dance, and model on stage with 8 of my friends. I'll cherish the memories we made that night for years to come. And I'd like to take this moment to congratulate Joey Chiselka on being crowned Mr. JFK for 2019. Shortly after, the seniors sold tickets to our school play this year, Mary Poppins. It was a huge success with exceptional performances. Regardless of what school event we took part in, we made sure to show spirit and came together as a family. As we plowed through second semester, I found it a little heart-wrenching when someone reminded me this was our last semester in high school. On one hand, I was glad school was almost over, so I didn't have to worry about all the homework and the sleepless nights cramming for tests. But on the other hand, I knew it was the last few months I'd get to see some of my friends. The end of the year really creeped up on us. We were turning up at prom dancing like there was no tomorrow. Or as Ms. D likes to say, huddling up in a circle and jumping around with our arms up, which I have to say is a more accurate description. Finally, here we are today, all gathered one last time with friends and family before we take our separate ways. Through all that we have been a part of in high school, it is important that we cherish all the memories we created with our friends, classmates, teachers, and family. It's been a crazy 4 years, and I wouldn't want to spend it with any other class. The class of 2019 is a group of individuals who strive for greatness, with their hearts filled with compassion and determination. I'm proud of each and every one of you, because you have all grown up to become the wonderful students, children, siblings, and leaders that you are. We've grown together, have become one big family with an unbreakable bond. I hope that the memories you made throughout high school remain near to your heart. While many of us are glad to just be done with these 4 years of high school, we should remember that they have played an important role in shaping who we are as a person now and who we will be for the rest of our lives. This graduating class is simply amazing, whether it be due to the overwhelming friendliness or willingness to let loose and just have a great time. Each and every one of us has the potential to do something amazing, as long as we put our minds to it. Many of our parents or family members are proud to see us sitting here today, ready to graduate, as they may not have been fortunate enough to do themselves. One of the many pieces of advice I can give you is to remain true to yourself, no matter the circumstance. Many of us have dealt with the so-called high school norm of being this image that everyone wants to see. The world doesn't care for that. Don't let anyone change you from who you are. Express yourselves, whether it be through academics, arts, or athletics. I encourage all of you to move onward with your lives with one goal in mind, to achieve happiness, and of course, to continue to make your families proud. Thank you.
It is my honor to introduce the top 20 seniors of the class of 2019. You guys can clap. In alphabetical order, as your name is called, please remain standing until all 20 are announced. Jeffrey Alfaro. Akilesh Aryo. Naranjan Behera. Rushdi R. Dalal. Abhishek B. Dave. Kirsten V. Javier. Moksha Kachio. Umair Kadri. Keshav Khalil. Alex Overton. Dikshita Patel. Kritik Patel. Nehi Patel. Irvish S. Patel. Elisa Tamra Pinkowitz. Priya Shah. Yash H. Shah. Sarah M. Velez. Prince Verma. And Michael Vera. It is also my honor to announce the top 10 seniors for community service. Please sit down. Mohammed Ahmed. Lois Cho. Dhruv Desai. Ashi Faldu. Juliana Impaglia. Moksha Kachia. Gagandeep Kaur. Dara Mendez. Elisa Pinkowitz. And a special congratulations to the senior that amassed the most amount of community service hours, with over 900 hours of community service, Hope McCarthy.
It is my honor to introduce the members of the class of 2019 that are entering the military. Joel Narciso Bueno. Maven Garced. Simaj Harris Pringle. David Lee. Nicholas Migliozzi. Elvin Palenka Reyes. And Matthew Tyrell. We would also like to recognize all the veterans and current servicemen and women in attendance this afternoon. Please stand.
Receiving the first diploma of the class of 2019, our president, Urvish Patel. Now our valedictorian, Keshav Kalia. Our salutatorian, Moksha Kachia. Our vice president, David Valverde. And our secretary, Ria Vanjani.
I got you, Kira. And our treasurer, Kira Beeman.
Devangi Batani. Ashi Anand Paldu. Niranjan Behera. Elisa Tamra Pinkowitz. Sarah M. Velez. Sydney H. Melich. Justine Bennett. Abhiram Pasumardi. Caitlin Elizabeth. Chris Diana Gomez. Jeffrey Alfaro. Vidhi Kapoor. Nicholas Garrison. Gada Shahada. Dylan D.B. O'Bain. Miranda Jo Sika. Yash Patel. Alicia Patel. Nicholas A. Leonardo. Sarisha Christian. Jonathan Bragg. Stephanie Ruiz. Vishwas Patel. Carly A. McKenzie. Chirag Kapoor. Brittany Medico. Brandon James Narciso. Ujjwala Bandari. Joshua T. Manahan. Alyssa Alajan. Christian Belen Garcia. Winter Autry. Mohammed Shayan Ahmed. Aruj Kumar. Krish B. Shah. Sadie Sosa. Anthony Joseph Durasmo. Aaron L. Huff. George Kirvalite. Brianna Alberti. Kenneth James Brady. Ashley G. Morales. Kyle R. Davis. Riaben K. Patel. Sean Sharma. Simran H. Patel. Vivek Jayesh Patel. Pragna Kisangari. Ryan Reyes. Alishba Batul Rizvi. Dakota Zeleniak. Melanie Galindo. Andres Diaz Curio. Envy DeMaglio. Ramon Santos. Lena Ali. Joel Narciso Bueno. Crystal D. Alvarez. Justin Lopez. Haritha Sri Ramesh. Darshit Desai. Eritrika Day. Jamin N. Patel. Sabrina Mirza. Germanis Ramirez. Nisha Verma. Matthew David Chuck. Brianne Carey. Hassan Imtiaz. Andrea Camille A. Barcelo. Christopher S. McNair. Kim Kumari. Aaron Joseph Kapanos. Dino Suraria. Yu Patel. McKenna K. Blair. Jovanovic E. Nicholas. Aurora M. Banks. Jason Suero. Hannah Ross. Drew Desai. Gagandi Kaur. Dariel Castillo. Samantha Rodriguez.
Ola Janetti Oyenkalade. Rachel Morin. Ethan Samaru. Caitlin Mora. Calvin Collado. Elizabeth Sanchez Belen. Mazamil Khalil. Camila Del Carmen Castro Suarez. Nicholas Krakowski. Alyssa Maria Kish. Wesley Flores. Samantha Lavid. Angel Valeria. Althea N. Singer. Christian E. Montalbano. Hasida R. Deveretti. Joseph Grossi. Najee C. Nelson. Charles Johnson. Ala Esawe. Raul Nipul Shah. Natasha Isabel Cruz. Joaquin R. Estevez Santana. Murielis Guerrero Rodriguez. Samaj Harris Pringle. Julia R. Gardner.
Post it.
Shama Sunil Patel. Erica Burrows. David Silva. Rika Natalie Martin. Shazaid Sohel. Jamie Mercado. Parth Sagal. Jalen Ruiz. Daniel Cabrera. Jalissa A. Lugo. Rogel Theo Aponesto. Giselle Ujoa. J.R. Patel. Mehek Bupakar. Frank the Tank Hindi. Sarah M. Williams. Etienne Beto. Janital Neuma. Guillermo Pena. Isabella Rivera. Elvin Polanco Reyes. Daphne Irene Rosado. Ryan Cardenas Guevara. Cassandra M. Cole. Deep Patel. Debbie Anang. Kev Sharma. Rosa N. Del Popolo. Jason Henry Santiago. Emily Madsen. Priyanesh Sani. Jillian Sims. William G. McMahon Harrigan. Tasia Pettis. Alex Overton. Denise Brion. Tyler Fierce. Mohammed Maz Khan. Giselle E. Checo. Hadi Alim. Hope McCarthy. Jason A. Maynard. Sonia Dena. Elijah Alvarez. Megana Hani. Dennis Howard. Clark Hannah Young. Shanene Acuna. Zaina M. Al-Ghul. Krishna Bomu. Sabrina R. Yap. Angel David Diaz. Marissa Buckles. Damian Gomolka. Khadija D. Nadone. Michael Mintagas. Raquel Fonseca Gonzalez. Rad Michael Pena. Matthew J. Tyrell. Prashil Sumit Patel.
Hey, Cousin, you about to go.
Rashida Patel. Shivani Bhatt. Karan R. Dedia. Pearson V. Javier. Lois Cho. Sarah Mendez. Sadaf Manjara. Josh H. Shaw. Priya Shah. Jenna C. Delator. Akalash Arya. Iman Akhtar. Abhishek B. Dave. Michael Vera. Jayla S. Johnson. Connor Dolly. Umair Kadri. Nathaniel Cruz. Prachi Patel.
All right, you should be good. Okay. All right, because it starts. You did
Raphael
that. Okay.
Sorry.
You're doing a great job. Thank you. Thank you.
Bethany J. Hinojosa. Neil Patel. Kristen Young. Manav Shah. Maya Hernandez. Nikul Rana. Seal Patel. Matthew A. Malamachi. Jason Preet Singh. Ayana Thomas. Brianna Mitchell. DeAndre Kyle Kennedy. Sebastian Idea. Kushi J. Katya Patel. Christopher Falcone. Angelin Rodriguez. Joseph M. Siselka. Brenna Fardelon. Kenzo M. Dungan. Sierra Kovar. Shub J. Patel. Aaliyah Velez. Nicholas Migliosi. Stephanie Valesco. Thomas V. Neto. Nehi Patel. Ridham U. Shah. Nabia Kumar.
Miss D, you're tanning. Yo, that's a
Ricky A. Vakrir. Samia Saeed.
I thought she was stalking me.
Brendan Davis. Alagna Mora.
We made it! Let's go!
Daniel Andres Munoz. Ariana Eduardo. Yordi Rodriguez. Amelise Batista. Abel Bazan. Colby Manfredo. Luis Adrian Marquez. Penny Kaur. Rakesh S. Kumar. Noel E. Chavak. Imadre Samir Walker Bradley. Rishi R. Dalal. Fiasi M. Calendar. Nitty Barnes. Umar Javed. Adriana Destiny Rodriguez. Maven Garcet. Hannah McMahon. David Sanchez Jr. Zoha Cayenne. Manal Kumar. Kayla A. Billingsley. Rajan S. Jethro. Ariana De Limo. Adish Bhatt. Sehar Zahid. Jeremy Tolentino. Farah Kauja. Haley Rivera.
Critic Patel. Jessica Perkins Martinez. Tony Ajemski. Tiffany Gonzalez. Pratham Rana. Janae Maya Puri. Pritham Anumapuru. Haley Juliana Ramirez. Andre Carvello. Marcela Olivia Salguero. Christopher Holland. Melissa R. Madonna. Roman A. Fabricator. Jacqueline Garcia. Sergio Lopez. Anastasia M. Maniello. Daniel Polero. Maya Perez. Elias Gray. Caitlin and Joanne. Jonathan Ruiz. Alyssa M. Montalvo. Harshdeep Singh. Giovanna Thompson. Madam A. Patel. Bushra Abbas. Gianni Cabrera. Gianni Eduardo. Renee Patel. Rachel J. DeSanto. Caesar F. Mejia. Bianca C. DeSanto. Hassan Ali. Darlene Severino. Derek A. Hernandez. Leah Pragnice Desai. Mohit Sajjad. Anaya and Chili's. Chris Barrett. Emily Pena. Nicholas Popo. Krusha D. Patel. Brian Castro.
Skipping that way. You want to put on the other
Yesha S. Patel.
Yeah, yeah.
Karan Patel. Gabriela Abrego Valverde. Pural Dubé. Annalise Abreu. Eric Axel. Ariana P. Silva. Jenny C. Patel. Rodama Babar. Grace Berman. Khadija Sadar. Harsh Gundarania. Haley Baumgarten. Jonty Jose Mena Herrera. Melanie Benueza. Christopher Simpson. Madison Thompson. Scott Samuel. Desiree Ransom. Mustafa Eza. Solange Alonso Guillen. Rona Katia. Taha Rajput. Valentine Diana. Alonso Garcia de la Cruz. Adalberto J. Sanchez. Sharon Chandos.
What's the backflip? Yo!
Alan Hell Jr.
Yes, sir!
Justine Bergeron.
Touchdown, light stick!
The Sound God, Dev Patel. Isan Espinal. Mohammed Bilal. Simran Kaur. Dervish Patel. Haley Thoreau. Damon Washington Jr. Drew Sarah Ransom. Lankanti Singh. Jane Henry Whalen. And last, Matthew Spiewak.
Okay, now will members of the class of 2019 please stand as the members of the concert choir lead us in the alma mater.
While youth is wise with goals and dreams and knowledge deep and strong, and pride is based upon respect and friendships true and long, we'll cherish faith and patient hands and labor steadfastly to win our goals and earn the name of John F. Kennedy. With knowledge, hope, and students' dreams united side by side, accomplishment will be our goal and truth will be our guide. And while the torch of life still shines and burns eternally, we'll say with pride we've earned the name of John F. Kennedy.
I'm going to lead the changing of the tassel. Class of 2019, are you ready? All right.
Come on.
1, 2, 3.
Mine is stuck. I'm not doing it.
Congratulations, everyone.
Good catch.
Mr. Vader, you probably don't even remember me. Really? Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. How you doing, man? Good?
Congratulations.
Take it easy, guys. Good work. Good work.
I love you all.
At the beginning, right? Yo, is that one of yours?
Yes, man. Catch the beach on the beach. You feel me? We out.